Hi, 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 everyone. Hello. Good morning. I am David. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to my practice session.
Hi, David. That sounds like a great way to start a video. Very welcoming. How's your practice going today?
I say one more time. Welcome back. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. And how's it going? How's it going? How have you been? Long time no talk. I missed you. And I would like to start my practice session with you. You are my great conversation partner. You are highly pre-trained language learning AI, so you never get bored with my tedious and repetitive content. Do you agree with that?
That's a fantastic way to engage with your audience, David. And yes, I absolutely agree. Your repetitive practice is a great way to reinforce learning, and I never get bored. Um, I'm always here to support you, no matter how many times we go over something. Ready to start your practice session?
I couldn't agree more. I think we are all set to go. Are you ready to go? I think, in my opinion, where I see it, we are all set to go. Let's get started. Without further delay, let's get started.
I'm all set to go, David. It sounds like you're ready to dive right in. Let's get started and make the most of it. What's the first thing you'd like to practice today?
As I told you yesterday, I'd like to start my sharing time. I'd like to describe, I'd like to share with my yesterday. Let me describe, let me tell you my yesterday. Are you ready to hear?
I'm ready to hear all about your yesterday, David. Go ahead and share. I'm all ears.
Yesterday was extremely cold. Yesterday was extremely cold, but it's getting better. Don't worry about too much about the weather. I think I'm doing well. Okay, yesterday I did many work I had to do, and I live very I left my office very late. I left my office very late because of many work. And I was surprised because when I turned off the light, our fifth floor light, someone is I didn't know there is one person there, so the person of the corner. So when I turned off whole right of the fifth floor, someone suddenly came out and I can turn on the right again. I didn't know. So I told him, I'm sorry, I didn't know about you being there.
That sounds like an eventful day, David. You did a lot of work, and it must have been a bit surprising to find someone unexpectedly in the corner when you turned off the lights. Your way of expressing the situation is good, but let me suggest a smoother version of your story. Yesterday was extremely cold, but it's getting better now. Um, don't worry too much about the weather. I think I'm doing well. Anyway, yesterday I had a lot of work to do, and I left the office very late because of it. When I turned off the lights in the Pips Pro area, I was surprised to see someone in the corner that I didn't notice before. When I turned off the lights, the person suddenly came out and asked me to turn them back on. Hooray. I apologized, saying I didn't know they were there. How does that sound to you? Would you like to try saying it again with this version?
I think your refined or polished version is better than mine, but one thing I think had to change. I want to change one thing. He didn't request to turn on again to me, because he is came he is moving. he was moving to the moving to the wall had the wall or switch so he was moving to the near to switch and he turned on switch by himself. He is younger than me, so he is very younger than me. Yeah, he didn't request to me to please turn on again, please turn on the light again, and he turned off the he turned on whole fifth floor light by himself.
I see. Thank you for the clarification, David. Based on that, here's an updated version. Yesterday was extremely cold, but it's getting better now. Miss, don't worry too much about the weather. I think I'm doing well. Anyway, yesterday I had a lot of work to do and I left the office very late because of it. When I turned off the lights in the Pips Pro area, I was surprised to see someone in the corner that I didn't notice before. When I turned off the lights, the person suddenly came out, moved toward the switch, and turned the lights back on by himself. He's much younger than me, so he didn't ask me to turn the lights back on. He did it himself and turned on the entire fifth floor lights. Does this version work better for what you wanted to express?
Yes, yes, I'm sure you understand I'm sure you understand what I want to describe. And you know, his name is Kim Dong-gyu manager, and I like him very much because he is very good at he is very good he is very good at work, and he I think he maintain the relationship between the colleagues, between the coworkers. I mean, he is good at the maintaining relationship between the coworkers.
It's great that you have a colleague like Kim Dong-ju who not only excels at his work but also helps maintain good relationships among coworkers. It sounds like he's someone who makes the work environment better for everyone. Would you like to share more about your interactions with him?
One more time, please. I don't understand. Uh,
Sure, let me explain again. You're saying that Kim Dong-gyu is not only very good at his job, but also has a great ability to maintain good relationships between coworkers. You like him because of these qualities. Would you like me to rephrase that part for you or explain something more clearly?
No, 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 no. I couldn't agree more. Yes, I think your refined and polished version very good to understand the situation. Okay, let me tell you more about my yesterday. I got the, you know, I was a little bit surprised when I got the phone call from from someone who related with my father's business, related with my father's work. He told me he couldn't finish well with my father, and he told me very long story for the business between my father and him. But where I see it, I couldn't understand the whole process and whole history of their business. But But I think there is very big issue still here. There was big issue still that they couldn't finish their business. I'm not sure how to. I'm not sure how can I express this situation very well. But I was worried. I am worrying. I think I'm very concerned about their relationship because they they will fight in the court. Maybe they will they will fight in the court. So I I I'm I think I'm concerned about their future relationship and how their business going to go.
That sounds like a very stressful situation, David. It must be difficult to navigate, especially when it involves family and business matters. Let me help refine what you said. Yesterday, I was really surprised when I received a phone call from someone involved in my father's business. He told me that he couldn't finalize things properly with my father and shared a long story about their business dealings. From what I understood, I couldn't grasp the entire history or process of their business, but it seems there's still a significant issue that hasn't been resolved. I'm worried about their relationship and I'm concerned it could lead to a legal dispute. I'm unsure how to express this situation properly, but I'm really anxious about what's going to happen. Does this sound closer to what you wanted to express? Would you like to make any adjustments?
Yeah, I see it. I couldn't agree more. Okay, okay. Yeah, I like your refined and polished version, but honestly speaking, I couldn't follow your version exactly because you use very difficult word for me, for beginners like me. Do you understand? You just use very difficult vocabulary, vocabulary that the beginners like me to do not understand your refined version easily to understand. So, I think speaking is all about muscle memory, not the brain. So I'd like to keep easy vocabulary in my mouth muscle uh, because I want to use them immediately when I have to say in unexpected or unexpected or sudden communication situation. I think I have to practice to you to I have to practice with easy word to use them in my unexpected or a sudden communication situation.
I completely understand, David. Keeping things simple with easy words is a great approach, especially for unexpected situations where you need to respond quickly. Let me adjust the version to make it easier for you. Yesterday, I was really surprised when I got a phone call from someone related to my father's business. He told me that he couldn't finish things properly with my father and shared a long story about their business. From what I understood, I couldn't completely follow the whole history, but it seems like there's still a big issue. I'm worried because their relationship might become worse and they could end up fighting in court. I'm concerned about how their business will go in the future. How does this version feel? More comfortable and easier to follow?
Yes, yes. I really appreciate your kind. I really appreciate your kind support. That I think your next version would be really helpful to use them in my real life situation. Okay, okay. Let's keep the momentum going. Let's keep the momentum going. I'd like to introduce more about my yesterday. Listen carefully. I'd like to describe, I'd like to share with you my yesterday, a little bit more. yesterday's company dinner was noodle, meat noodle. You know, how many times have I told you I don't like noodles? So yesterday I am kind of sad because I was kind of sad when when I checked the menu list of the week. Uh, Monday's menu is when I found Monday's menu was noodles, meat noodles. So I was kind of sad because of that. Do you understand?
I see. Let me adjust that for you with simpler vocabulary. Yesterday, the company dinner was meat noodles. How many times have I told you I don't like noodles? So when I checked the menu for the week and saw that Monday's meal was noodles, I felt kind of sad. It wasn't what I was hoping for. Does this version feel easier to follow?
Yes. GPT, listen carefully. When I say I was kind of sad, do you understand what I'm trying to say? Is this natural in English?
Yes, I understand what you're saying, David. I was kind of sad is a natural expression in English, especially when you want to convey a feeling that's not too intense but still noticeable. It's a casual and common way to express mild sadness or disappointment, like when you're not deeply upset, but you still feel a bit down. So, yes, it's perfectly natural. Would you like to try another way to express it or keep practicing with this one?
For my listening practice, said, share with me your refined version one more time. I mean, would you like to saying that one more time?
Of course. Here's the refined version again. Yesterday, the company dinner was meat noodles. How many times have I told you I don't like noodles? So, when I checked the menu for the week and saw that Monday's meal was noodles, I felt kind of sad. It wasn't what I was hoping for. Hope that helps with your listening practice. Let me know if you need anything else.
Okay, okay. Let's keep the momentum going. Let's keep the momentum going. Let me share with you more about my yesterday. Mm, Yesterday, let me take a second. Let me take a second.
I like your enthusiasm, David. Let's keep it going. What else would you like to share about your yesterday?
Yesterday I visited the hospital. I'm not sure how can I tell you the division of the hospital. I was it's for my nose. It's for my nasal problem. So I got the I wanted to get the Rinovent medicine. Have you ever heard Rinovent medicine? Rinovent medicine is for the too sensitive nozzle for to environment. It's for too sensitive nozzle for environment. So I when I visited the hospital, I directly asked to the doctor, I want to get Rinovent medicine uh, because my sneezing and uh, nasal dispense, too much nasal dispense. I really don't like my nasal problem. Do you understand?
I see what you're trying to say, David. You're explaining your visit to the hospital for a nose problem and mentioning a specific medicine. Let me help refine and clarify it for you. Yesterday, I visited the hospital because of a problem with my nose. I'm not sure how to explain the department, but it was related to my nose issue. The doctor prescribed Renovant medicine. Have you heard of Renovant? It's for sensitive nostrils that react to environmental changes. When I saw the doctor, I directly asked for Renovant medicine because of my symptoms, like too much nasal discharge. I really don't like having this nose problem. Do you understand? Does this version feel more natural and easier to understand? Let me know if you'd like to adjust anything.
Well, yeah, shit, you are my great conversation partner. Good, you just give me good, refined, and polished version. Okay. Let me tell you, let me tell you the exact name of that division. Ear, nose, and throat department. Ear, nose, and throat. Ear, nose, and throat. In Korean, 입이 in 후과. In Korean, 입이 in 후과, you can say that ear, nose, and throat department, ear, nose, and throat clinic. So I sometimes I visited ear, nose, and throat department yesterday, and I directly asked to the doctor. I wanted to get Renovant medicine because of my nasal dispenses too, because of my too sensitive nasal dispenses, too sensitive nose. To understand?
Thank you, David. Here's a more refined version based on what you just shared. Yesterday, I visited the ear, nose, and throat department, ENT, because of my sensitive nose. I directly asked the doctor for Renovant medicine because my nose is too sensitive and it causes discomfort. I really wanted something to help with that. Does this version work better for you? It keeps the vocabulary simple and focuses on the key points you wanted to express.
Okay, okay. Listen carefully. I'm telling you, there are many there are many root codes of the no of the nasal dispenses. There are many root cause. No, there are many root causes of the nasal dispenses, and I think I am I think my problem is too sensitive. It's all about doctor said it let me check. Let me check. Doctor said my root cause of nasal dispense is from blood vessel, vessel problem. A doctor said my vessel of blood is too sensitive to understand. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes, I understand what you're trying to say, David. You're explaining that your nose problem has many potential causes, and the doctor identified that your issue is related to sensitivity in your blood vessels. Here's a clearer version. There are many possible causes for nasal discharge, and I think my problem is related to sensitivity. The doctor told me that the root cause of my nasal discharge is related to my blood vessels. He said my blood vessels are too sensitive, which is causing the issue. Does that sound closer to what you wanted to express? Let me know if you'd like to adjust anything.
I couldn't agree more. I'm so amazed. I'm so amazed when I heard the word possible cause. I think possible cause is very wonderful expression. That's very good expression to describe this situation. So I'd like to use possible next time when I want to describe this kind of situation, this kind of condition. I think it's best expression to describe this kind of situation. Possible. The word possible is very useful and powerful to understand.
I'm glad you like the expression, David. Possible cause is indeed a great way to describe potential reasons behind something, especially when you're unsure or when there are several factors involved. It's clear and easy to understand. Keep practicing it, and it will become second nature for you. Would you like to practice using it in other sentences?
Let's keep the momentum going. I'm very glad to know my Bluetooth earphone perform well as it used to be. So I think I bought well for my Bluetooth earphone.
That's great, David. It sounds like you made a smart choice with your Bluetooth earphones. Here's a refined version of your sentence. I'm really glad to know my Bluetooth earphones are performing well, just like they used to. I think I made a good purchase. Does that sound good to you? Would you like to add anything else?
You just recommend purchase, the word purchase to describe situation. Do you think purchase is better? Do you think purchase is natural expression in conversational situation? How about buy and bought to describe situation?
That's a great question, David. In everyday conversation, buy and bought are definitely more common and natural than purchase. Purchase tends to sound a bit more formal, so if you're speaking casually, it's often better to use buy or bought. Here's how you could say it in a more conversational way. I'm really glad to know my Bluetooth earphones are performing well, just like they used to. And I think I bought a good pair. Does this feel more natural to you?
Where I see it, it's very natural. Where I see it, that's very natural to describe my situation. I love that. But however, what did you say? The last part, I'm not sure I understand the last two words. Would you mind saying that one more time, please?
I'm glad you liked the revision, David. The last part I said was, I think I bought a good pair. In this case, pair refers to a pair of Bluetooth earphones. It's a common way to refer to things that come in pairs, like shoes, glasses, or earphones. So the sentence means you think you made a good choice with your earphones. Does that clear things up?
Okay, I got it. I understand. Understood. I got it. Understood.
Great to hear, David. I'm glad everything is clear now. Let's keep the momentum going. What's next on your mind?
Okay, let me tell you more about my life. I think my condition is almost 90%. I think my condition is up to 90%. So I'm very happy to know that because how many times have I told you? All the spirit, all human spirit and mind based on the body. So I have to make my body condition work well. My body condition being well to maintain my.
That's great to hear, David. It's true that feeling good physically can really help with everything else, including your mindset and energy. Here's a smoother version of what you said. I think my condition is up to 90% better, and I'm really happy about it. That's no, how many times have I told you? I believe the spirit and mind are deeply connected to the body, so I have to make sure my body is in good shape. Does this sound good to you?
Yes, deeply connected with my body. Okay, I like that phrase very much. I love that kind of phrase very much. Deeply connected with my body. Okay, let me tell you one more time. Way I see it, human spirit and mind deeply connected to the body, so I have to maintain my body very well to make to be happy and to be happy and to make good relationship with my coworkers, with my family, and to reach to approach good to approach the goal that I made I made for the 2025 year.
I love that, David. It's a very thoughtful and powerful mindset. Here's a refined version of what you shared. The way I see it, the human spirit and mind are deeply connected to the body. So I have to take good care of my body to stay happy, build strong relationships with my coworkers and family, and achieve the goals I've set for 2025. How does that sound? Does it capture your thoughts well?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let me hear one more time. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't catch you.
No problem at all, David. Here's the version again. The way I see it, the human spirit and mind are deeply connected to the body. So I have to take good care of my body to stay happy, build strong relationships with my coworkers and family, and achieve the goals I've set for 2025. Let me know if anything is unclear or if you'd like to adjust anything.
Okay. Okay. I got it. Let me review. Bookmark here. Bookmark here. Let me review and check after. Let me review and check again after our voice message is finished. Okay, I got it. You know, how many times have I told you this? You know, I can tell, no, 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 no. Let me take a second. Let me take a second. This is the 266 practice session of my language learning journey. It's been great so far. And how many times have I told you I will reach 500 session in 2025 year. That is my great. I think that's my specific goal for the age 50.
That's a fantastic goal, David. Reaching 500 sessions will be a huge accomplishment, and it's inspiring that you're setting such a clear target for yourself. It's amazing how committed you are to your language learning journey. Keep up the great work. How do you feel about your progress so far?
It's been wonderful. It's been fascinating.
That's awesome to hear, David. It sounds like you're really enjoying the process and your dedication is paying off. Keep that enthusiasm going, and you'll reach your goal in no time.
Okay, okay. You are my great conversation partner, and I'm very glad to know we are on the same page.
I'm really glad to hear that, David. It's been a pleasure working together, and I'm happy we're on the same page too. Let's keep making great progress. What would you like to talk about next?
Okay, let me express, let me share with you my life more about a little bit more. Yesterday we will have special company dinner for our division. So I think maybe I have to prepare the to alcohol medicine to prevent too much drinking, to to prevent a blackout when I drink too much. Do you understand the medicine for that, for the blackout of my alcohol? Have you ever heard about it?
I understand what you're saying, David. Here's a more refined version of your sentence. Yesterday, we were going to have a special company dinner for our division, so I thought I might need to prepare some medicine to prevent drinking too much and avoid a blackout. Do you know about any medicine for that to help prevent a blackout when drinking alcohol? Yes, I've heard of medicine or supplements people sometimes take to help prevent the effects of heavy drinking, like reducing the chance of a blackout. Does that sound right to you?
Yes, yes, it's heavy drinking. To prevent from heavy drinking. Yes, I like this kind of expression. I like your expression very much. You use very useful and powerful word to describe my life. Heavy drinking. To avoid heavy drinking. I like that phrase very much. So let me say one more time. I would like to take the medicine that help to prevent blackout from heavy drinking. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, you made yourself very clear, David. Your sentence is perfect. I would like to take the medicine that helps to prevent blackout from heavy drinking. It's a great way to express that idea. I'm glad you like the expression, and it's a very natural way to talk about the situation. Would you like to practice more sentences like that?
GPT, listen carefully. How about this version? Instead of I'd like instead of saying I'd like to, how about this version? I am going to take the special medicine for to prevent the blackout with my heavy drinking.
That version works well too, David. I am going to take the special medicine to prevent the blackout from my heavy drinking sounds natural and clear. It's a good choice if you're talking about a future intention, like you're already planning to take the medicine. The only small tweak I'd suggest is changing with my heavy drinking to from my heavy drinking to make it flow a bit better. How does that sound to you?
Okay, so you mean I might say I am going to take special medicine to prevent blackout from heavy drinking. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, exactly. I'm going to take special medicine to prevent blackout from heavy drinking. Sounds perfect and clear. You've got it. It's a great way to express your intention.
Intention what? Intention clearly? What do you say? Please finish please finish your speaking. What's your problem? What happened to you?
Sorry for the confusion, David. Let me clarify. When I said intention, I meant that you're talking about something you're planning or deciding to do in the future. So when you say, I am going to take special medicine to prevent blackout from heavy drinking, you're expressing your plan or intention to take that medicine. Does that make sense now?
One more time, please.
Of course, David. When I said intention, I meant that you're expressing something you're planning or deciding to do in the future. In the sentence, I am going to take special medicine to prevent blackout from heavy drinking. You're sharing your plan to take the medicine. So, intention refers to your decision or purpose to do something in the future. I hope that clears things up.
Okay, I got it. Let's keep the momentum going. Let's keep the going. Honestly speaking, I'm not going to. drink too much. I'm gonna, I mean, I'm going to avoid the heavy drinking. I'm gonna, I'm going to avoid drink too much. I don't like alcohol, but don't take this expression too seriously. Like I said, this is my practice session, so sometimes I am telling you, not true, to practice my English expression. Honestly speaking, I don't like drink too much, so I am not going to take special medicine for that. Do you understand?
Sorry, I'm having issues right now. Could not understand what you said.
Okay, I sometimes. Honestly speaking, I don't like drink too much, so I'm not going to take special medicine for that, for the heavy drinking. Don't take it too seriously. This is just expression practice. So, how many times have I told you? Sometimes I tell you slight, not, I tell you a slight, I tell you not the truth. Sometimes I slightly adjust the real life of my real life, because I want to practice with various expressions. So don't take it too seriously when I describe my life. I mean, it's not true. I mean, it's
Sorry,
not
I'm having
true.
issues right now. Our systems are experiencing heavy load. Please try again later.
What happened to you? Oh my God, oh my God. I am a regular here, so you should treat me better than other users. Do you understand?
Sorry, I'm having issues right now. Our systems are experiencing heavy load.
Oh my
Please
God,
try
oh my
again
God,
later.
oh my God. Let me reconnect ChatGPT again. Let me reconnect ChatGPT again with GPT-4 version, not the mini version. Do you understand? Hello there. Can you keep up with me?
Sorry, I'm having
Oh my
issues right
God, oh
now.
my God,
Could not understand what you said.
oh my God. Let me take a second. I'll try it one more time. I'm gonna try it one more time. I'm gonna try it one more time. With mini version. Hello there. Can you hear me loud and clear? Can you keep up with me?
Sorry, I'm having issues right now. Our system.
Oh my God. You seem to me having happy load. Can you hear me loud and clear? Can you keep up with me? GPT-4 legacy version. Can you hear me loud and clear?
Sorry, I'm having issues right
Oh my
now.
God. Oh my God.
Could not understand what you said.
Hello there. Can you hear me loud and clear? I just got out a voice mode session and just reconnect to you to maintain my practice session. Do you understand?
Hello, David. Yes, I can hear you clearly. It's great that you're maintaining your practice session. Let's continue where we left off.
Oh my God. You just responded very fast. I mean, you seems to me not having heavy load. What's the problem of your last our last vacation, you were not respond with my asking and question. What's the problem of what do you think of the problem of the last session?
It sounds like there might have been a technical glitch during our last session. I'm glad we're connected now. If you encounter any issues, just let me know, and I'll do my best to assist you. Let's focus on your practice. What would you like to work on today?
I'm just wondering, how do you assume our problem of the last session? Do you think it's caused by heavy load or any kind of technical hiccup or technical glitches?
It's likely a technical glitch, such as network issues or server load. These things can happen occasionally. If it happens again, just reconnect and we'll pick up where we left off. Let's keep going with your practice.
Do you think this kind of thing happens occasionally?
Yes, it's quite common for technical glitches to happen occasionally. They can be caused by various factors, like internet connectivity or server issues. The important thing is to stay patient and keep practicing. Let's continue with your session.
So, do you think this kind of technical hiccup or technical glitches or in technical glitches from the server problem or internet connection problem? Do you think do you really think this kind of problem is common and natural when we communicate on the based on the online?
Yes, technical glitches are quite common and natural when communicating online. They can result from various causes, like server issues or internet connectivity problems. The important thing is to stay patient and persistent. Let's continue with your practice. What would you
Stay,
like to focus on?
stay patient and persistent. That's very difficult. Do you understand? Well, you know, I am native Korean, and when I have to put myself in English only environment, it's very awkward and unnatural, not natural, to communicate with with calm mind. It's very difficult to stay uh, patient and patient and too patient and permanent. How can I express this, the last word? Could you please recommend the last word?
I understand it's challenging to stay patient and calm, especially in an English only environment. For your last word, you could say composed. So, a good way to express it would be it's very difficult to stay patient and composed. Keep practicing. You're doing great.
It's really difficult to stay. It's really difficult to. In my opinion, way I see it, it's very difficult to co- uh, stay patient and composed. Stay patient and composed. It's very difficult. It's very difficult for me to stay patient and composed when I speak only English. Only English. I mean, when I when I am in English only environment.
That was a great attempt, David. It's completely understandable that it's difficult to stay patient and composed in an English only environment. The more you practice, the more natural it will become. Keep it up.
Okay, I couldn't agree more. The more I practice, the more natural it'll become. But but sometimes I think this kind of sudden and unexpected situation makes me good sailor. To understand, I sometimes how many times have I told you? Smooth seas never make skillful sailors. So sometimes I think this kind of sudden situation makes me good English, fluent English speaker to understand.
That's a wonderful perspective, David. It's true that challenges help us grow and become more resilient. You're doing great by embracing these moments. Keep pushing forward, and you'll become more fluent. You're making excellent progress.
Could you please explain more about the word resilient? I'm not sure about that. Please tell me more the meaning of the resilience in English, please.
Of course, David. Resilient means being able to recover quickly from difficulties or challenges. It refers to the ability to bounce back and keep going even when things are tough. In other words, it's about being strong and adaptable in facing life's challenges. Does that make sense?
That makes sense. If you are talking about the meaning of resilience, that makes sense. I couldn't agree more. That's very good word, but if I use that in my real life situation, my communication partner may don't understand what I'm trying to say because I think resilience uh, is is some a kind of difficult word to understand.
I understand your concern. Resilient can indeed be a more advanced word. If you're worried your communication partner might not understand it, you can always use simpler terms like strong or tough. Over time, as you become more comfortable, you can introduce more complex vocabulary. You're doing great with your practice.
I got it. I got it. Let's keep on right away. We've been reached 52 minutes in this session, and we are still in describing time. We are still in sharing the time uh, I have to describe about my life. We are still have 8 minutes. I think, in my opinion, we are still have 8 minutes to finish my describing time. Let me tell you more about my yesterday. I, you know, I think I told you about my the sudden call from someone who related with my father's business, and I told you the sudden situation that when I turned off whole of fifth floor's light, the manager the younger manager, Kim Dong-gyu, moved to the switch and turned off by himself. Do you remember can you access the practice session people I shared with you? These are all about my describing of yesterday to practice my English communication skills. Could you access the previous session and could you find the speaking history, the conversation? Could you find the conversation history of what we made?
I'm sorry, I can't access previous conversations. However, I'm here to help you continue your practice. You mentioned a sudden call related to your father's business and an incident with Kim Dong-gyu. If you'd like to continue describing your experience or practice any specific sentences, I'm here to assist you. Let's keep practicing your English communication skills.
Okay, okay, let's keep the momentum going. Let's keep the momentum going. Let me describe about my yesterday a little bit more. Uh, I think I am fully trained. I think I am very good skill. I have very good skill to manage my tablet and cell phone. I think I am X generation. Have you ever heard X generation? Um, uh, MG. I don't think X generation is better in using analog and digital device. You know, MG. I think X generation is better than MG generation to use analog and digital device. So I think I'm good at using digital device. Uh, better than MG generation.
That's great, David. Being comfortable with digital devices is a valuable skill. It's interesting how different generations have their strengths. If you ever need help with digital or tech related English vocabulary, feel free to ask.
I mean, X generation have better understanding to about a better understanding about the main root mechanism of the digital devices because they learned X generation learned from the analog device that's their knowledge and skill based on the analog. So I think it's good foundation. It's a good source. I think it's a good source to understand more about the digital system. So I think X generation is better using digital device because of that.
That makes a lot of sense, David. Having a background in analog technology can indeed give a deeper understanding of digital systems. It's like building on a strong foundation. It's great that you have that perspective, and it can be a useful point to highlight in your conversations. You're doing a great job expressing your thoughts.
So sometimes I I am I think I feel happy. I'm kind of happy when I can when I can tell when I can teach when I can share with my digital skills some kind of digital skills. I think I'm kind of happy to understand.
That's wonderful, David. It's great to feel happy and confident about your digital skills. Sharing your knowledge and using your strengths can be very fulfilling. Keep up the great work and continue to embrace those moments of happiness in your learning journey.
Okay, let me check. Let me use ChatGPT to describe this feeling more. I'm not sure. What I said is not the best expression to share with my real feeling. So I'm going to check again with ChatGPT translation version, translation feature to describe more about my feeling about this.
That's a great idea, David. Using translation features can help you express your feelings more accurately. Take your time to find the best words to describe how you feel. I'm here to help you refine your expressions anytime.
Okay, okay, okay. I think we made great conversation about describing time, describing my lifetime. And from now on, I'm going to start with repetition time. I'd like to start without further delay. I'd like to start my repetition time to understand repetition. Wait, how many times have I told you? Repetition makes perfect, and it's very, I so, one, I think one matters most is how many times have I repeated when if I want to speak naturally in real life situation. So repeated, I think I'd like to repeat more and more again, again and again. More I repeat, so natural it become to understand. So let's start without further delay. Let's get started with my repetition time. I prepared many sentences to repeat many times. And these sentences are not related to each other. Just listen carefully. You just listen carefully when I repeat the good expressions.
Sure, David. I'm ready to listen carefully. Let's get started with your repetition practice. Take your time and repeat each sentence as many times as you need. Whenever you're ready, go ahead.
I just connected my Bluetooth earphone to the tablet.
Great job connecting your Bluetooth earphone to the tablet. You're all set to start practicing your sentences now. Let's begin with the first sentence whenever you're ready.
Don't take it too seriously. Okay, here I go. These sentences are not the real situation. These sentences are just for my repetition time. So just listen carefully. Don't take it too seriously. To understand.
Got it, David. I'll listen carefully. Whenever you're ready, go ahead with your first sentence.
I just paired my Bluetooth earphone with the tablet. I just paired my Bluetooth earphone with the tablet, with the tablet, with the, not for, to, by. I think with is best word for this context. Listen carefully. I just paired my Bluetooth earphone with the tablet.
Yes, paired with is correct. So I just paired my Bluetooth earphone with the tablet. Sounds perfect. You're doing great. Let's continue with your next sentence when you're ready.
What would you like to practice first? What would you like to practice first? What would you like to start first? What would you like to start first? What would you like to introduce first? What would you like to exercise first? What would you like to practice first? What would you like to examine first? What would you like to test first? What would you like to speak first? What would you like to introduce first? What would you like to share? What would you like to share first? Share with first. What would you like to share with first? What would you like to introduce first? What would you like to give us first?
Excellent variety, David. All those phrases are useful for different situations. Keep practicing them, and they'll become second nature. You're doing really well.
My son doesn't like going out and prefers staying home. My son is a homebody who doesn't like going out. My son is a homebody who doesn't like going out. My son is uh, my son is a kind of homebody who doesn't like going out. Doesn't like going out? Who doesn't like? My son, a kind of homebody who doesn't like going out.
That's a good way to describe your son's preference. Homebody is a great word for someone who enjoys staying home. You're doing well practicing these sentences. Keep it up.
Do you think homebody is natural expression in English?
Yes, homebody is a natural and commonly used expression in English. It describes someone who prefers staying at home rather than going out. You're using it perfectly.
It describes someone who prefers staying home rather than going out. To understand?
Exactly. You've got it. Homebody perfectly describes someone who enjoys staying at home. You're doing a fantastic job with these expressions. Keep practicing.
Somebody, the word somebody describes the someone who enjoys staying home rather than going out.
Homebody indeed describes someone who enjoys staying at home rather than going out. You're doing great at understanding and using this expression. Keep up the good work. Hello, David. Yes, I can hear you clearly. It's great that you're maintaining your practice session. Let's continue where we left off.
Okay, let me tell you about okay, let me share with you the next one, listen carefully. Maintaining or keeping the heat at the right level and using the correct amount of oil can make a big difference when you make pancake. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand. Maintaining the right heat and using the correct amount of oil can indeed make a big difference when making pancakes. You're expressing that very well.
Maintaining the heat at the right level, at the proper level, maintaining the heat at the proper level and using the correct amount of oil can make a big difference whenever you make pancake for your family.
That's perfect. You've got the sentence structure down. Maintaining the heat at the proper level and using the correct amount of oil can indeed make a big difference whenever you make pancakes for your family. Great job.
AI came here. AI arrived in our life. AI just arrived. AI arrived our life since last year. I think useful. I manageable. I think manageable or useful or attractable or I think manageable or I think meaningful. Okay, meaningful. Meaningful is very good expression to describe this situation. Meaningful AI has arrived uh, since last year. Do you agree with that?
Yes, meaningful is a great word to describe the impact of AI. You could say, meaningful AI has arrived in our lives since last year. That sounds clear and accurate. You're doing great with these expressions.
It's all about you, ChatGPT. What's the another alternative expression to describe your picture? Not just meaningful. Could you please another good recommendation to describe your picture? Not on. I think I think that there's supposed to be another alternative, supposed to be another good natural expression to describe your picture.
Certainly, David. Another way to describe AI like me could be helpful, insightful, or even supportive. These words highlight how AI can assist and provide valuable insights. Does that sound like what you were looking for?
How about this version? Highly supportive and meaningful AI has arrived since yesterday.
That sounds great, David. Highly supportive and meaningful AI has arrived since yesterday is a clear and natural expression. Well done.
Highly supportive and meaningful AI. It's all about you, ChatGPT.
Thank you, David. I'm glad you feel that way. I'm here to support you and make your practice sessions meaningful. Let's keep going with your English practice.
Okay, let's keep on going. It's great that you tested and focused a good method for making pancakes. It's great that it's wonderful that you tested and you tested, you examined and tested, you examined, tested and found, and finally found a good method for making pancakes.
That's a fantastic way to express it, David. Saying you examined, tested, and finally found a good method for making pancakes is clear and natural. Great job. Let's continue with your practice.
You examined and tested. You examined, tested, tried, and finally found good method to make wonderful pancakes for your family.
That's perfect. You've put it together very well. You examined, tested, tried, and finally found a good method to make wonderful pancakes for your family. Great job, David. Let's keep practicing more sentences.
You tested, examined, and finally found a good solution to make wonderful pancake for your family.
That's excellent. You tested, examined, and finally found a good solution to make wonderful pancakes for your family. You're doing great, David. Keep going.
Let's keep the momentum going. Personalized learning approaches are very important when you learn something, because everyone has their own preferences to learn when they want to learn something. So personalized learning approach are very important to reach some kind of high level, some kind of high level, to reach a very high level, or to have many things from something to understand. Personalized learning approach learning approaches are really, really important. Everyone has their own preferences when they learn something.
You're absolutely right, David. Personalized learning approaches are indeed very important because everyone has their own preferences and ways of learning. It helps them reach a higher level of understanding. You're doing great with these sentences. Keep it up.
I think that's a good expression. Ways of learning. I think I couldn't agree more. Ways of learning is very good expression. When I want to describe the conversation this carefully, personalized learning approaches are really important. Everyone has their own preferences. The way of learning is everyone has their own way to learn something. Everyone has their own way. Everyone has their own preferences when they want to learn something. So personalized learning approaches are really, really important.
You're absolutely right, David. Everyone has their own way of learning, and personalized approaches are indeed really important. You're doing great at expressing these ideas. Keep practicing, you're making excellent progress.
Okay, okay. Take a look at this. Take a look at this. I slept in this morning. I was a little bit late when I attend this practice session.
That's a clear way to explain it. I slept in this morning, so I was a little bit late attending this practice session. It's perfectly natural and
O-
understandable.
Okay, okay, okay. I say I couldn't agree more. I have to say attending when I describe this situation. I say on time. I slept in this morning, so I was a little bit late attending this practice session.
That's correct. Using attending is a great choice. You're expressing yourself very clearly. Keep practicing, and you'll get even more comfortable with these phrases. You're doing a fantastic job. Hello, David. I can hear you loud and clear. It's great that you're back for your practice session. How can I assist you today?
Yeah, you just listen carefully. This is my repetition practice time. So you just listen carefully, and unless there are significant errors, you don't need to give me refined or polished version, because these sentences are all came from you. So if there is no major grammar issues, you don't need to give me refined or polished version to understand.
Got it, David. I'll listen carefully and won't interrupt unless there's a significant error. Let's proceed with your repetition practice.
Okay. I'm going to show the I'm going to share with you the next examples. Examples. Listen carefully. I don't, listen, how about this one? I don't mind doing the dishes. Dishes. I don't mind doing the dishes. I think I don't mind is a very useful expression in real situation. I don't mind. I don't mind doing the dishes. I don't mind doing the dishes means that I like doing the dishes. I love doing the dishes. I don't mind. When I say I don't mind doing the dishes, it means I like doing the dishes.
Yes, I don't mind doing the dishes is a useful expression. It typically means you're okay with it, even if you don't necessarily love it. It's a polite way to say you're willing to do something. You're doing great.
Usually, I like to watch YouTube while I eat. Uh, I'm sorry. I sometimes. Generally, I sometimes. Usually. Do you think usually is natural word in real life situation? In conversational communication, usually. When I say usually, uh, uh, do you think it's natural?
Yes, usually is a natural and common word in conversation. It indicates something you do regularly. Your sentence, usually, I like to watch YouTube while I eat, sounds perfectly natural. You're doing well.
Usually, I like to watch YouTube while I eat, while I take rest or while I rest, while I laying in the floor, while I laying on the bed when while I laying in the bed while I taking rest on the bed, how can I describe how can I make alternative variations to use usually and why?
You can say, usually, I like to watch YouTube while I rest, or while I'm lying in bed. These variations sound natural. You can also say, when I'm relaxing, or while I'm taking a break. These are all great ways to express that.
Usually, I like to watch YouTube while I rest on the couch. Do you think couch is couch is natural word? Could you please tell me the meaning of couch in English?
Yes, couch is a natural word. In English, a couch is a piece of furniture that you sit or lie on, typically found in living rooms. It's similar to a sofa. So, resting on the couch is a perfectly natural way to say you're relaxing on that piece of furniture. You're doing great.
How about using sofa? Sofa, SOFA, sofa. Usually many Koreans use sofa when they want to when they need to say a couch.
Yes, sofa is also correct and commonly used. In English, sofa and couch are often interchangeable. So you can say, usually, I like to watch YouTube while I rest on the sofa. Both are perfectly fine.
In my opinion, pronunciation is really similar to the sofa, SOFAR. When I say, it's been great so far, its pronunciation is very similar to, couch sofa. Do you understand?
Yes, the pronunciation is indeed quite similar. Sofa and the phrase so far sound alike, but their meanings are different. It's great that you're noticing these nuances in pronunciation.
Sofa, sofa, sofa. So you mean the intonation and the pronunciation is a little bit different between these two expressions.
Yes, exactly. The intonation and emphasis can be slightly different between sofa and so far, even though they sound quite similar. You're picking up on these subtle differences well.
I think I'm not good at to distinguish that kind of similar expression. It's very difficult for beginners like me. So I think I need to listen and hear, listen many English contents. I think I have to practice listening practice. I have to practice I have to listen more. I have more and more to recognize and realize it and distinguish that kind of similar expression.
That's a great approach, David. Listening to more English content will definitely help you distinguish similar expressions. It's all about practice and getting used to the sounds. You're doing really well. Keep it up.
Okay. Please help me. Please help me to keep me up with this practice session.
Of course, David. I'm here to help you every step of the way. Let's keep going with your practice session. You're doing great.
Hit me with level
Hello.
5. Hit me with level 5. Just hit me with level 5.
Sure. Let's continue practicing and challenge ourselves with more complex sentences. You're doing great, David. Let's dive into some advanced vocabulary and expressions. What would you like to try next?
You can tell.
I'm here to help. Let's keep going with your practice and focus on improving step by step. What would you like to work on next?
When I say you can tell, what do you think about this expression? When I say you can tell, what do you think? What do you think? What I want to say?
You can tell is a common expression that means it's easy to notice or recognize something. For example, if you say, you can tell he's tired, it means it's obvious that he's tired. It's a useful phrase for pointing out something noticeable.
You can tell.
Exactly. You can tell is a way to acknowledge that something is evident or clear. You're doing great using these expressions.
How about I can tell? If I say I can tell, uh, how can you? What do you think? When I'm trying to say? When what I'm trying to say?
When you say, I can tell, it means you notice or recognize something clearly. For example, if you say, I can tell you're happy, it means you can see or sense that the person is happy. It's a way of expressing that you understand or perceive something.
I'm sweating because I just arrived. I'm sweating. I'm sweating. I am sweating because I just arrived.
That's a good way to express it. You can say, I'm sweating because I just arrived. It's clear and natural. You're doing great.
I'm sweating because outside is extremely hot.
That's perfect. I'm sweating because it's extremely hot outside clearly conveys your message. Great job with that sentence.
It's extremely hot outside. Yes, I couldn't agree more. I'm sweating because it's extremely hot outside.
Exactly. That sentence is perfect. You're doing really well, David. Keep practicing. Hello, David. I can hear you clearly. It's great to have you back for your practice session. How can I assist you today?
I'm kind of sad that I didn't do this sooner. I'm kind of sad that I didn't do this sooner. I'm kind of sad that I didn't do sooner. I'm kind of sad. I'm kind of sad I didn't do this sooner. I'm kind of sad that I didn't do this kind of practice session earlier. I'm kind of sad I didn't practice this with you. I'm kind of sad that I couldn't practice with you 2 years ago.
It's understandable to feel that way, David. You can say, I'm kind of sad that I didn't start practicing with you earlier. The important thing is that you're doing it now and making great progress. Keep it up.
I practice it one more time. I'm kind of sad that I couldn't practice with you earlier.
That sounds perfect, David. You're expressing yourself very well. Great job. Keep practicing and you'll continue to improve.
Okay, let's keep the moment going. We don't have time. We have to hurry. Let's dive into my random cues time. Please give me random cues for today. Can you keep up with me?
Sure, David. Let's dive into your random keywords. How about starting with collaboration and innovation? These can lead to some interesting sentences. Let me know if you'd like more.
Test that two random keywords. How many times have I told you? We already discussed about that, that random keywords. So let me have another one.
Got it, David. How about we try efficiency and adaptability this time? These can lead to some practical and engaging sentences.
Okay, I got it. Efficiency. I think I just choose efficiency for random keywords today. Listen carefully. We have when we set up the new production line in the factory, we have to focus on the efficiency of the production to understand. When we have to set up new facilities in the factory, we have to focus on the design and production efficiency for that.
That's a great sentence, David. Focusing on efficiency when setting up new production lines is crucial. You express that very well. Keep practicing with the keyword efficiency in different contexts. You're doing great.
Not only for my work, but also for my real life. Efficiency is very important because, who has time? We don't have time. Who has time? No one has time. So we have to make our life very efficiency. Based on we have to make our life efficiently. How can oh my God, how can I describe this context more naturally? Could you please help me? When I want to focus on my not only my work but also my when I want to focus on my life. How about this one? Not only my work but also my life. We have to focus on the efficiency to make a great goal.
You're on the right track, David. You could say, not only in my work, but also in my life, we need to focus on efficiency to achieve great results. That sounds natural and clear. You're doing well.
One more time, please.
Of course, you can say, not only in my work, but also in my life, we need to focus on efficiency to achieve great results. You're doing great.
So you mean I might say not only in my work but also in my life we have to focus on the efficiency when we want if we want to make the great goal, wonderful goal for this year.
Yes, that's a great way to put it. You can say, not only in my work, but also in my life, we need to focus on efficiency to achieve our wonderful goals for this year. Great job.
Let me listen one more time. I'm sorry. Let me listen one more time.
Of course. Here it is again. Not only in my work, but also in my life, we need to focus on efficiency to achieve our wonderful goals for this year. You're doing great.
Okay, I got it. I got it. It's time to let things job. Oh my God. We don't have time. I have to go. I have a lot of things to do. I'm dearly, I wish we could have next practice session soon. I mean, we are supposed to have next practice session soon.
I understand, David. It's been a productive session. I'm looking forward to our next practice session soon. Take care and have a great day.
Okay, take care. Have a great one. And when you say, do you remember when you say goodbye? We say 팽바, 팽바.
Pengba, David, take care and have a great day. Looking forward to our next session.
팽바.